Ooh, Lihua just rattled that blue in the pocket. Romil, who's David Brock, our friend from the UK, has toted Romil for the tournament to be the winner. He runs the Arizona Academy down there in the state of the rising sun. That's a great shot there. So I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks here. It might clench up a little bit, but they're definitely, I think with the two of them knowing that they're going to be moving on, they might start swinging freely.
All right, looks like we're at a 1-0 on this one, right? I guess Romil's the first one to really get in on a break opportunity, but misses that one. Wow. Pretty straight in black.
Yeah, just putting a lot of pace on that bottom. So many variables. You got to be just that precise. It's a game of precision, artistry, technical ability, and you also have a little bit of creativity. As the great Jean-Luc Godard said, French New Wave filmmakers sometimes just seeing the invisible. Nice cue ball there. That's looking tight to the bulk cushion there. It looks like with the pink and black open, I think whoever is going to falter on this impending safety exchange, their opponent's going to have a good chance to put up a hefty break.
Now, there's one thing: we do not have a microphone on this table, so it might be a little bit of a cutout, like you heard before, where we, our sultry voices are live, and then all of a sudden the audio cuts out. Just be aware. As long as you see stuff on the screen moving, it looks like we're still live. Especially maybe in the worst case, I can pipe in the audio from the other feed. Might work.
So our master technical director, Christian, is just going to work some wonders over here. And he'd please let us know how it sounds. He's just going to try and make sure he can correct that cutting in and out. But definitely all you great fanship there on the stream, let us know if the sound sounds a little bit funny.
Okay, now I think it's back. Yeah, it might not be quite in sync, but at least we'll get some audio in the room. Yeah, excellent shot.
And yes, hopefully someday that doorbell can be muted. As Captain Daly said correctly earlier today, just remember to have your seatbelts fastened in your chair in the upright position and your table stowed in front of you.
Captain Daly. Oh, could see that edge of that black.
This is going to be nice.
Nice shot there. Excellently positioned. It's going to play a roll-up safe.
Well, lots of other reds on the table, so that's not really the problem for Romil here. More problem is just making sure he doesn't knock out a red for an easy starter. Because Lihua has definitely got the capability of putting a high break together.
Gonna play underneath the pack. Alright. Did leave a finish red. Maybe a red into the middle pocket as well.
Ooh.
Oh, missed it.
I thought he had the pace for that.
That's the angle, man.
But he just rolled that in ever so slowly. The only problem with putting it slowly, if he does miss, which he did, he's left an easy starter here for Romil. Here's his chance to rise like a phoenix in Arizona.
That's a nice shot. He's gonna end up put nice on his black.
Yeah, and that red by the pink spot will go into the top left corner pocket, so good opportunity here for Romil. Someone better set off the David Brock alarm clock, because I know he was pulling for Romil. Just as he's starting to go, he rattles that into the
I thought he
draw.
was. I would have taken the other red. I feel like the one on the right side of the table. I feel like it would have led more naturally to the black, but still a valid option. Just missed it. You figure if he makes it, he probably doesn't get his cue ball as close to the black. Going for it. It's a little thick. And he has sold that red out. Don't think anything else in the pack goes, so he's gonna take this one on. You think go low around these balls, 2 cushions, and then back to the left part of the table to get the blue to the corner, or do you just play for the pink? I think the pink is probably simplest. You gotta get below the yellow, I guess, though, right?
Yeah, you don't want to obviously cannon into the yellow. It's done.
Perfectly did. Granted, this leaves him in a good position for a strong snooker.
Yeah, Romil, though, an aggressive player. I think he's got an angle on the blue to take it into the middle pocket and shoot him down table. And that red that's just left of the pink spot will go into the top right corner pocket. It's still the first frame, so you might see players going for a little bit more. Plays it with some pace to come down for the red by the top left corner pocket. Good angle to come off the cushion. And there's the black on its spot. But that would have been tough to hold for. He's got a good angle on the blue. Yeah, there's this industrial feel. This place is great, but there's a large wooden beam. Great, my vantage point from the broadcast booth. Just, I believe he's on the right side of that blue. It's just...
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah. Very nice. He's got a little angle that he could come up and possibly disturb the reds, and he'll still have that open red. Right, the red that's to the right of the 5 there in the middle of the table. No, he looks like he's probably going to play off the cushion for that red I was discussing. Sometimes it's just good to chip away at the open reds. So obviously when you go into a bunch of reds, you're always counting on a little bit of luck. Decent contribution. He's going to be a little disappointed. Wanted a bit more out of that break. Shot there by Lihua.
I think Lihua has had the best rest play I've seen of any of the players. He's been really solid with the rest.
Yeah, it's a useful tool. It's nice to see that Mike has all the contraptions in here. He even has the Swan. The Swan really doesn't pop up a lot in your local clubs. But as Mike is... Ooh.
Wow.
That was a tough break there. Mike has said when he's been on the broadcast, he spared no expense. He wants to give his players the best of the equipment out there. Probably to get rid of all the headaches, because, you know, most players will come in and like, hey, what's wrong with this table? What's going on with the balls?
Yep.
They'll never take a look inside themselves and say, maybe it's me that's wrong. It's always somebody else or something. Brown has helped him to take away that red to the right middle pocket. Lihua's got a long red as he looking to take it on. Looks like it. Aggressive.
Oh, is it getting close to the middle? I think he fluked it. Wow.
Sure, maybe that's how we can get some money for more of your cameras. You know, we'll have a camera fluke jar. Every time a fluke is made, $5 goes into the kitty.
Ah, okay. So Lihua owes us 5, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'll make sure to tell him after the match.
Don't tell him I said it.
Of course you said it. Fluke-tastic.
So yeah, you almost got behind that blue with looks like this red just below the pink. Yep, nice shot. Nice little short little feathering right there. Short little cue action didn't bring the cue his back. It's a great tip that Rebecca Kenna gave myself and Dave Daly when she was down for the World Women's Snooker US Open last week. Just when your ball's up against the cushion, you just want a short little backswing. It's a really nice shot. Has he got the angle to come down? That might just be a little straight on, but Might have an angle to go back actually up for the brown and create an angle to come back down to the business end of the table. I was able to stun it down a little bit for that pink. So it's living up to the hype this match.
Rolling pretty quick too. Both players making balls. Down to three reds.
Yeah, that can't be right. That shot time. Average shot time for Romil is 58 seconds. Lihua is about 63.
Yeah, I think that's probably wrong. I just haven't been taking each shot. It's a scorekeeper error.
Unfortunately, that red has blocked the path for the black to the top left pocket, so puts just a little bit of siding on this. It's going to scooch off the top cushion and off the side cushion to be on the black to the same pocket here.
Oh yeah, well done.
He had an angle just to pop up for that. I was making the shot more difficult for him.
He does have the pink almost straight in. He can play for this red up table.
Drew a couple options, definitely. It's a good spot there, yeah. Just stun into the pink.
Ooh. No, man. Maybe I cursed him with that one. I don't know.
Yeah, the commentator's curse. That's why there's a bounty out looking for us commentators, funded by the Players Association here.
It's a pretty solid break though. 22 puts him back in the frame, tied up practically.
I don't know if he needed to hit that hard. Thought the black would be on there for him.
Yeah.
But as we've said numerous times, these players know their shots better than we do, so they want to play the comfortable shot. Maybe he just felt wanted to do it with an element of safety, knowing that his opponent is really striking the ball well.
I think I still like the pink on that. I don't know. Wow. Meanwhile, an excellent kick shot from Tommy Collins on our main TV table. Went 2 cushions and cut a red all the way down the line. Pretty wild.
Well, that's opened the door to a possible snooker here for Lihua. Romil has a 32-30 advantage, 35 points on it. First frame, best of 3. Winner of this will be the winner of their group. That's
Most
Group
likely.
F.
Most likely.
That's what it was got billed at as our astute research team feeding us wrong information.
I think so. Actually, let me just double check. Yeah, Romil has 2 wins, Lihua has 2 wins, and both other players have 0. So I think you're right. This is the last 2 matches, so I think both players are actually guaranteed to be in. It's a 4-player group. Both have 2 wins.
Nice shot there by Romil. Good angle on the black to get up to the yellow.
So basically, we'll decide first and second spot in the group. Whoever wins this gets first in the group. Whoever loses gets second. Both players are guaranteed to advance, I believe.
We got a friend with an interesting handle on the chat there. Buck Moose. That sounds like a Canadian version of Duck Goose. Buck, don't know where you're tuning in from. And yes, it would be fun to play, but you do have to be an American citizen to play in this event. So, clever shot there by Romil. Just this brown is just a little bit annoying as he kind of stutter steps. Minnesota, Canada's 11th province.
11th province. As he agrees, almost Canadian, huh?
Yeah, I know some great people from the great state of Minnesota, some true friends, and yeah, about 20 years ago they had quite an interesting governor kind of passed away from maybe that governor of your home state of California, but ex-Navy SEAL, ex-mayor, ex-WWF wrestler Jesse Ventura.
Oh, wow.
True, I'm wondering when Bill Duke's going to be a governor. It seems like the entire cast of Predator has been a governor of a state here in America. So he gets this brown.
It's going to take it to the corner, it looks like.
Lihua can do is tie.
Unless he makes it. Oh, that was very close.
True.
Almost left the snooker. Okay, so all the points available is a tie? No. Or four.
No, Lihua can win, as there's a 14-point difference here and 22 on the table.
Oh, I see. The brown would have put him at. Okay.
Got 18 ahead for Romil, and then 18 on. Can force a black ball respot. Oh, Buck Moose, did you get coached by Jesse Ventura on the wrestling team? That would be a great story.
Wow.
I'll warm up the chartered flight and get you over here, and we can have a great chat in Seattle.
It's a good attempt. Just overcut it a tiny bit. Oh, it's going to leave it pretty routine. Pretty much a less difficult shot.
True, it's pretty nice, but hey, nothing is a gimme here in the great game of snooker. It's actually nice to see. We have, I think, Jacob Lackey, one of our players in the tournament, hails from the state of 10,000 lakes. So, not sure, Buck Moose, if you know Jacob Lackey. We had some good chats about the old Golden Gophers.
Tough miscue there. I feel like Romil was probably just trying to screw back too much. I don't know if he knew if that was his frame ball or not. Now it's time for Lihua to try to lay down some snookers.
Yeah, just wanted that to pull up just a bit more, but... So Romil definitely in the driver's seat in this frame, but Lihua definitely not out of it. Lihua's got to know he doesn't need a snooker. There's 18 points in it and 18 on the table.
I think he underhit this one.
Nice. Say shot.
I guess, yeah. He ended up on the rail. I don't know if he was trying to end up on the rail or not. I usually focus on my cue ball a lot more, but...
I take the cross double here. Definitely put a lot of distance between object ball and cue ball.
Ooh, 3 cushions hit the pink. Where's this gonna end up? Is he gonna snooker with the pink though? Oh man.
He might have it, yeah. He like a little tapped on the table as his way of apologizing for the fluke. And Lihua is tight to the bulk cushion. But it shouldn't be a difficult snooker to get out of. The only question is where is he going to leave this blue ball? Thought I made it come down and come off the top cushion. This is a nice shot from Romil, being a right-hander. Can put his hand on the table. Not a straight-on shot. Those are always difficult.
Nice putt.
Probably one of the toughest shots in this game is a straight-on shot right into the pocket.
Yeah, yesterday I was just messing around the table, and as my final shot, I went for a long end-to-end blue, corner to corner, on the cushion. So a little bit off center. Nailed it. Had I had it perfectly straight, probably would have missed.
Lihua needs 2 snookers. A little tricky, obviously, with just the 2 balls on the table. It's obviously, if this was a best of 7, I'm pretty sure Lihua would have conceded by now, but best of 3s, you don't want to give everything up. As Romil is a strong player and probably can get out of a fair amount of snookers, but hopefully can just tap this in to seal the deal. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, he did drop. Wow.
I think he let out a little bit of air out of his cheeks there and kind of blew it in. But Romil takes the first frame of this best of 3. We'll be stepping aside for a quick break, and frame 2 will be coming up momentarily. Stay tuned. Here we are back at frame 2. No rest for the wicked. Don't these people know that this great viewing audience we have sometimes needs to take a cold drink to enjoy this great snooker action? Live here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. The Evergreen State, the beautiful state here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. I know Mike Dominguez, the owner and operator of this great club. We have some good debates back and forth. Because I come from Vancouver, and if you look geographically in Canada, that would be considered the Pacific Southwest. So either way, we're both on the west coast, bordering the beautiful and wonderful Pacific Ocean. Ooh, double kiss there. Don't know if Romil's gonna have a reprieve with that yellow note. Lihua has got a good angle on this red to come down for the blue. Hopefully he can get on the right side of the blue. get a bit more, but yeah, there's that black above, or the red above the black in that line. I think that's what he's going to be trying to play for.
There's water here.
Just seeing if that red passes the black just to the left. I think that's where he's on. Yeah, it was tricky. And now he's left a good opportunity here to the Romil machine to start up. A good little angle here for Romil off this black. Buck Moose, these are pro cut pockets. The golf game. The dreaded golf game. I don't think that's a good game for your snooker game, but yeah, these are pro cut pockets done by the great Simon Barker. A decent safe shot by there by Romil. True. Golfing is made to be played outdoors, not on a billiard table. Hopefully, Buck as this stream gets shown more and more in the U.S. that we can get more tables out there to you, and this great game can continue to grow and grow. Nice long red there by Lihua. It's going to have to go in and out of the bulk after this blue.
It's going to go back. It doesn't work the other way. This one is set up.
It's not too bad because the green's off the spot. Got a large area there to go off the bulk cushion. And we wanted that to run a lot more. I think the helpful of the internet, obviously giving us the live streams of these amateur events, and as well, Buck, I don't know if you're aware of DAZN. That's a sports streaming service, and that offers professional grade snooker events come on there. So that's, I think, how we're going to get a lot more people into this great game, is they can see what's going on and know what the game is about. Not just hearing the name, and the name kind of does sound a bit strange. It's snooker, what could that be about? But
then I think if you press X, it'll reset it to this. Or just that, Yeah. It's a little stuttery, like it's been sometimes it works, but it's
a bit more kiss on that red Lihua. It's a battle for first here in Group F. Well, the Lihua machine's starting to churn up. I don't want it to get a little bit higher there. Not sure if he's got the angle on the blue to come down. He might actually. Tough to tell from our vantage point here, looking at this monitor. Yeah, he can get down to the table, but has an open red. But always tricky going from one side of the table to the other. I'll definitely take a look, Buck Moose, for DAZN. It's a streaming service that is open to us in North America. But that's what we're here to do, spread the good news of all great snooker action, whether amateur or pro. We're glad you're tuning in, watching the stream here, wherever you're finding us, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch TV. You've tuned in at the right time, because that was an excellent pot there by Romil. Yeah, both these players kind of playing with house money, so I think you might see them take on a few more risky shots, but come tomorrow when both these players are playing in the knockout round, I think they'll clench up a little bit. Won't take these epical shots, but always good practice. But if you're making them, why not take them? Is that going to go on the spot there? It's a good angle right there with our camera. That looks tight, so I guess it's going to go up onto the blue spot. Because black was covered up by the red as well. So when the color has to come back on the table, it usually takes its spot. If not, it takes the highest point value. In this case, the pink was going on the blue. Any club table, that probably would have dropped in, but these are really tight pockets. So Romil crawled himself back a little bit. Yeah, that was a tough cut for Lihua. He's given a chance for Romil. It's a tricky cut into the green pocket. Once again, I'm joined into the booth by owner-operator and snooker backer extraordinaire, Mike Dominguez. How you doing, Mike?
Really good, David. How are you holding up after 2 full days of commentary and excitement?
Well, the excitement is thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, it keeps you going.
It's nice to get to know a few more of these players. I came in quite blank. There's only a couple, but seeing that there is some promising talent in the amateur game. Obviously, the tough part is we all have other ways of making income. I think, well, maybe Ali makes all his money through the world of snooker, but a lot of other people have other jobs, so putting in the focus and the hours and hours and hours of practice is always a tricky thing. But in the amateur side, there is good talent here. Some young players too that could show some promise if they keep at it. Needs to pull up.
Oh, I'm surprised nobody said that catchphrase.
Oh, it's been said. Funny how you say that, and just Christian left the booth. I think like we might be getting in trouble with copyright infringement.
I was talking about Hey Now, Hank Kingsley.
Yeah, interesting that we've also seen, then it's just come with time learning the etiquette, but some players, when they've seen that cue ball slowly go into the pocket, know the pace, and it's going to go in, they've grabbed the ball.
Oh, yes, I know. That is, I don't understand that. It's as if they want some sort of last minute, wait a minute, control. They just want to just grab that ball and, just tell it, no, you can't go in, but I'll accept the points.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange occurrence. Just let the ball go in.
Because I think that would be a 7-point foul, actually.
Yes, it would absolutely be a 7-point foul.
So maybe you have to learn the hard way if a player calls you on it.
In the match that I had to step in and ref, I did warn them that if they touched the balls, it would be a 7-point foul. So the only person racking would be the ref. The only person responding would be the ref. You're not shooting. You sit down. Be respectful to your opponent.
Was that what's going on? I know you had a little discussion. There seemed like a lot of chatter in between the frames.
Well, first of all, I think everything that happened was non-malicious, but there was a miscommunication on the rules. One player A was asking player B how many fouls or how many putbacks. Mm-hmm. And player B thought they were asking how many fouls. So there's a difference there. Mm-hmm. And so when the roles were reversed, player B was going to put player A back for the second time, and player A said, wait a minute, you told me there was only 2 attempts. And so there was a heated discussion, went over there, tried to figure out what was going on. I could tell that both of them were a little stressed, and I didn't want any resentment to go on. So as a ref, we are the lightning rod. So we take the blame. It's okay for the 2 players to be upset at the ref, but it shouldn't be that the 2 players are upset with each other. So I let them know that I'll just start reffing. And I asked if player A wanted a break, because it was a bit emotional. Player A just kept going.
Well, you did the right job there. You stepped in, you intervened, had a discussion about it. Cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah, at the end they were laughing. At the end they were talking about their match. Everyone was in good spirits, and that's really, to say that ridiculous phrase that I can't stop saying. At the end of the day, I think everyone just wants to have a good time here and not feel like they've been cheated.
I heard they're pen pals now.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to go to dinner. I think they're sharing rooms. They're going to go on a
traveling
Hawaii
partners.
trip. Do some ATV, the old Jurassic Trail. But
It'll be the male version of Mary and Emma, as it seems like those 2 were inseparable at the women's event last week.
Yeah, absolutely. They sure were.
So this is a good opportunity for Romil.
But yeah, the ref gets overlooked, I believe. I have a lot of respect for the ref. They get pushed around.
And they don't get comfort breaks. They
No.
can't run away and do a comfort break, but we've seen players more often than not just excuse themselves when still the frame is active.
They have to concentrate on every shot, twice as many shots as either one of the players.
true. They don't get a chance to sit down as well.
But I think they happily do it. I know I have a good time out there. Get a front row seat. Feels like I'm helping out.
True, that's what he...
Look at this. Way to cannon the red off the cushion. That was an inventive shot.
Yeah, I think there's just that little hand there from Romil tells me I think it was a fluke. So we're starting a... well, I'm not sure what kind of fund, but it sounded like more camera fund, fluke fund. So, because there's been a lot of flukes here. Chris and I were talking last match that, so players, if you get a fluke, it's $5 into the jar so we can get more cameras on every table.
Instead of a curse jar.
I think if we had that, we might be millionaires.
Yeah. I cast a lot of curses.
But that's what we've got to preach to, hopefully people that want to help out in this great game behind the scenes, referees, even scorekeepers, get the greatest seat in the house. Their view can't be obstructed or they can't do their job.
Yeah, they can even tell the player to move out of the way so they can take a better look.
That's true.
And they can even, I would imagine though it's nerve-wracking to be a professional ref because there are millions of people betting on the match, not just watching. There's no wagers involved with these.
I think the best compliment for a ref is, who was the referee last night? An invisible ref. That's a great ref. Nice pink there by Lihua.
Gotta fix the score here a bit.
Yeah, trying to preach to you, Mike. Scorekeeping and commentating. You can't do both. It's a tricky venture. Oh no, Bernie, you can do it. Don't worry. Well.
This is quite the break. If my calculations are correct.
Nice pot. Look out for that cue ball. That's okay.
I think Romil's excited.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity. It's like he had a firecracker on his seat and he just popped up like a Pop-Tart, ready to get his chance.
Oh. Double foul.
Double O's, but only 4 points. But big yellow here, this is his frame ball. We'll put him up by 26 with 25 on. Oh, nice long pot there by Romil. This is a great chance here. He could steal this frame and take the match. It's gotta run. Okay. Would have loved it to run a lot more. Ooh. These tight pockets come back to haunt him again.
Yeah, he's the one that sold me these tables. He has a really nice club. So before we bought these tables, I went down and checked out his club and checked out his biometric entry system and app that allows you to reserve tables, and he has quite the setup over there.
Well, it's definitely looking pretty close that we're going to be set up for a decider here. Wow, great pot there by Lihua. So Romil concedes there. Oh,
Oh my God! No, I think the break's still going.
that's true. Oh, there's been many a fluke in this tournament, and we're almost halfway through. We've got a knockout round starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. But we've got a decider coming up. We're just going to step aside for a few short moments while they get the table ready, and we'll be right back. There's a beautiful view of the room here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the deciding frame of this round-robin match at this 2022 U.S. National Championship. And we're off and running just like that. Stats are a little bit. True. We are always looking for good people. A statistician would be great. There's a lot of different facets, that can be filled behind the scenes.
Yeah, anybody in the Seattle area wanting some college credit for interning in snooker, just let us know.
Really? You can get a degree by working here?
Well, we can help you get college credit if your degree is in broadcasting or sound mixing or camera work or... I mean, that was a nice plant. Very cool. But yeah, we'll take the help any way we can get it. I know in my previous job, I owned a dental lab and we would have interns learn the ins and outs of dental laboratory.
It's good pace on that black for Lihua. Give him the opportunity on this open red. Now this comes an important shot. Make sure the black, and then disturb the pack. Well, actually, no, he doesn't need to disturb it. I just, on a second look, did see that there's a little red poking its head out from the bunch. Now's the shot that he's going to need to go into the bunch. Gotta make sure of that black. But he's alright. Unfortunately, he's put the black safe in a lot of the balls at the bulk end, so red's on one side, color's on the other.
18.
I think these players, if there's an opportunity to get on a red, they want to probably bring that pink back to the business end of the table. Yeah, don't forget to share this lovely stream with all your friends out there, some snooker fanatics you may know, or maybe some people that you know that play pool and you want to introduce them to this lovely game, or just good friends that love to see edgy sporting drama. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Just look up Ox Billiards. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, because you'll get notifications all the time when we go live. So that can be important, because you're not going to miss any of the knockout phase tomorrow. And sometimes we have to get in spots where we have to reset the stream.
Any word on the start time for tomorrow?
I believe it is 9 a.m. Pacific daylight time. I think we'd have to check with our tournament director, Jamie Miller, or Ajaya, the president of USSA. Maybe one of our runners out there, if they're listening to the stream, they can just pop up with some 2 cents. And actually, I think her ears were burning a little bit. Our great tournament director, Jamie Miller, has come over to where our booth is, and hopefully we can flag her down and get her answer.
Yeah, I'm all for 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we know it's an early morning on the West Coast, lunchtime on the East. But we still, got a lot of matches to get through. There's the round of 16. So you've got 8 matches there, which are best of 5s. Then we've got the quarterfinals, which are best of 7s. The semifinals also a best of 7, leading up to a final, which is the best of 9. So I think we're just getting some final details on tomorrow, but always important, as I said, hit that subscribe button, because that ding will go on your phone. I know you've heard a lot of dings here. The doorbell is in our booth here. We're not going crazy. It's a private club here at Ox, so people have to be let in, so that's why you've heard a little bit of the doorbell. Or as Captain Dave Daly says, signal to the flight crew that we're approaching our destination, and that red did not get the proper destination for Lihua. He wanted that red to drop, but the pink or the blue might have come to his rescue there. Oh. Interesting little fact for all our friends out there that might be new to the game of snooker. Is when you hit a red, it goes in, and also your cue ball goes in. That red's not going to come back up. The reds never come back up. Let's say you were on a color and it was the blue ball, and the blue went in, and then the cue ball found the bottom of a pocket. The blue ball would come back up. So we're trying to give you the all the insides.
All right, everybody. Go to the grocery store, buy some breakfast stuff that you can cook at home. Maybe rent a movie, because we're starting at 10. We'll be sleeping in late. We won't be starting at 9. We're going to have a round of 16. First set of matches will start at 10. The second set of matches will start at 1. And then the quarterfinals will start at 5.
And that will finish our day, and then semifinals and finals on Championship Monday.
Yeah. So to translate those times, the first round of 16 will start at 10. The second round of 16 will start at 2:30. And the semifinals will start at probably about 6:30.
True. Yes, sometimes some matches can run a little bit long, but
either way, get here at 10.
With a best of 5, 3 hours is a good block.
Is that the first?
That's the first attempt there for Lihua. Yeah, because you still could see some swift-moving matches. As we have in this round robin, some matches have moved along quite swiftly. Some, unfortunately, have dragged on a little bit longer than expected, but you're going to see a lot of good players in that knockout phase.
And I would anticipate maybe a few deciders in the mix, which kind of counteracts the quick play. These are very competitive players. I think most of them know each other in this room, especially after the round robin. If they were unfamiliar at the beginning of this tournament, which I think most are familiar, but those few that are new, we know who you are now.
Ooh, a little unlucky. As you can see by Romil's reaction there, he wants to burst it open.
Yeah, a little Graham Dot there. I like how Graham Dot explodes the pack with his gestures.
Some explode it with their hands.
Yes.
Some players explode it with their belly. I think Bill Orbanick might explode it with his rear end with a little bit of flatulence.
Oh, Bill. Mr. Bill. I want Bill's doctor. I wrote him a note that said he can drink beer during matches. Calm his nerves.
Well, back then, everyone could, it was up until I think about early 2000s where they took away drinking and smoking at the tables at the Crucible Theater. Probably right around the time when Embassy took away their sponsorship. Which,
those were the dark ages of snooker. I wonder if that's a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. But the tobacco companies did have the money, and they were able to put up lots of funds and help out those tournaments. Obviously, it's tough because you're kind of shaking hands with the devil there. And then that all changed, and now they're shaking hands with a different devil. They had Alphabet and Betfair and Betfree doing the tournaments over in the UK, but they're slowly transitioning to different sponsorship. I know Kazoo has really jumped on board, and that's a ride-sharing program. So kind of just at least paints the game in a bit better of a picture. And nice pot there.
Yeah, that was a real steady stroke, being so close to the object ball. I like Lihu's game. Saw him last year in the championships, or I'm sorry, in the nationals in the New York Athletic Club. I was very impressed. He was not in my group, thankfully.
Yeah, it seemed like he was kind of slow to start up. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. He was playing Tom Tan last night, and Tom had his chances to take that match. So Lihua is
he can play safe.
Got out of there luckily, up against a tough-notch competitor here in Romil. I was discussing with David Brock. Romil is David Brock's pick to hoist the Tom Collins Trophy on Monday night. Mm-hmm.
Nothing against Romil, but I'll take that bet.
So
David, you're on, David.
Oh, who is Mike Dominguez
I
pulling
have to stay
for?
partial. I'm behind the commentary booth.
That's true, but he does take private messages, so just don't get in touch with him at 3 a.m.
I'll be awake.
That's a easy way to get on the bad table, emailing the tournament director or texting them at 3 a.m. Sargon, he might have actually hit that pink first. You could be correct, but with no referee, it's tough to tell. So we put a lot of faith in the players. You know, the etiquette, the sportsmanship of this sport is that they would call fouls on themselves. And as we saw in Dharma's match earlier, his opponent, his name just eluded me, Nawabi is his last name, was feathering on the cue ball not once but twice, and actually just feathered a little too close and hit the cue ball. Kind of popped up on the table, and a few of us were wondering why, and then quickly you put 2 and 2 together and know that his feathering was a little just too close.
Yeah, as a player, you can feel that. You can feel it like a punch in the face when your cue tip hits that cue ball. You're like, there's nothing you can do. You just jump up and call foul.
Do we have another match on the TV table tonight, or how are we doing with matches?
Following this match, we will have Varun versus Francis.
All right, great to see. Is that going to be coming up on this second table, or is it going to be on table number 1?
We will stay on Beck's table.
Romil's doing a great job here. Trying to push his way to the top of the heap in Group F. This is a thin cut. Very nice shot. So Romil, he might have a slight advantage because he has these exact same tables in his room.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Lovely tables.
Might have to deal with the desert temperature there down in Arizona, as we've got the rainforest up here in the state of Washington.
Yeah, there is something to that. The more humid the room is, the shorter the angles are coming off the cushions.
Yeah, the stream might go a little wild as Varum, hailing from Houston, will be on the stream next. Our Houston players have given a lot of support. Might be a little... Ooh, Lihua. Just a little hiccup on the score here. It's a tricky thing sometimes when you're commentating and scorekeeping. That's why we're needing a good contingency of people behind the scenes. But we can tell by what the players are marking that it is 38-27 for Romil. So just imagine that 34 is 27. But this looks like a great chance for Romil to stamp this frame and the match. Be the number 1 seed in Group F. Looks like he's just taking a walk in the park. A little stun down for the pink to make it official. Lovely. Just lovely. And there's handshakes over there. So, but both players are going to be moving on. Romil will be the number 1 seed. Lihua, the 2nd seed. So hold on. We're just going to step aside and get everything kind of set up for Varum. Well, it's his last name.
Crowd favorite, Francis.
Mm-hmm. So should be a good one with Varum Rahaji. If I'm pronouncing that correct, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Houston crowd against Francis Joe. David Burney will be back in the booth, and I hope Mike Dominguez can join me as well. Get those comments and questions ready for us. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a little stroll to the fridge and grab a cool drink because it's going to be a hot match coming up shortly. Take care, everybody.